Okay, welcome back to mArEaZi Premium Photography. If you're joining me, hopefully you watched the clone stamp video, hopefully you watched the frequency separation video, and then the sharpen video. This is the last installment that we're going to be working on, and this is the video for dodge and burn. Dodge and burn is a great way to bring back shadows, create light spots, do a lot of things that you can bring back to your image, as far as the 3D look, as far as bringing back those shadows that you might have smoothed over a little bit. This is a great way to enhance your photos. So let's get started. Right now, I'm going to show you guys how I create my dodge and burn, and I'm going to show you a special tool that I actually do with my dodge and burn to give me the look that you come to expect from a mArEaZi photo. So let's get that started. We're going to go to the curves adjusted layer. We're going to select that and we're going to bring that down, and this is going to burn the image. And we don't want to go too much of a burn, just enough so like right before her skin starts turning like orangish. So I would say like right there would be a happy spot for me. Again, we're going to build, so we're fine with that. I'm going to call this layer here burn, and then hit enter. And then I'm going to do a Command I or a Control I if you have a PC, and that's going to invert the layer so that way we can do what we need to do. Now before we do what we need to do, let's create a dodge layer. So we're going to select the curves layer again, but this time make it brighter. How brighter? You want it just bright enough, let's see, just bright enough so that the highlights blend perfectly and she doesn't get that fake pale look. So this is super bright, but this is right before that super pale look. Let me show you what that super pale look is so you get an understanding. That super pale look is like washed out. We don't want it too washed out. We just want it just bright enough. So I'm gonna scale back down, and we still preserve a lot of those nice beautiful browns that's in her skin and stuff like that. So we're going to actually invert this as well. So Command I if you have a Apple, Control I believe if you have a PC. Now let's name this. This is going to be dodge. Dodge is to bright. You're dodging it. Burn is to darken. Burn it. Alright. So let's go with the dodge first. Now, with that being said, what I usually do is I edit my photos as far as dodge and burn on a global level, because it's easy to overdo it. I'm going to start with the brush with the flow at 10%. The size of my brush, let's see. I want to make sure the size of my brush is about the size of the area that I'm going to dodge and burn, obviously. So I'm going to go with a brush about this size. Again, my flow is at 10%. And let's take a couple stabs at the hair. Now you might want to do more than one pass. If you looked at my last video, you understand what a pass is. But it's just basically how many times you go over that particular area, right? So it just depends on how bright you want to get that area. I'm actually brightening up the highlight part in her hair so that you can see that rich shiny glow on her hair when I do the before and after. See, that's the before and the after. You see that nice little glow? That's what we're going for, right? So then what else do I want to dodge? I want to make my brush bigger. Hold down the control and the option key at the same time, and you can toggle your brush size. And then I'm going to paint one little pass right there on top where the highlight would hit her face normally with the beauty dish, right? So then I'm going to bring down my brush just a little bit. Notice I'm going in the flow of the direction of the skin. So I'm going to start at the top of the nose, bring it back right above the eye, right? And then on this side, right above the eye again, just to brighten up the area where her eye is. Make my brush a little bit smaller, well, considerably smaller. And I'm going to do the nose, one pass, make it a little bit smaller, and get her nostrils on the side. Up too much. It's the beauty about it. You can bring it back if you have to. So right there. And then I'm going to do the chin area. With the chin area, I'm going to start at like maybe a little, like right under her nostril, maybe right when the light starts transitioning. I want to do it right there. And I'm going to start right there and swoop back up. Bam. Just like that. Right up into that little dimple right there. Make my brush a little bit smaller, considerably smaller. And I'm just going to go right across like some lip gloss. Right there. Do I like that? No. It's the good reason why I can erase. I'm going to start right here. Okay, that looks better. Alright. Make my brush a little bit smaller. And go right across the top lip. I don't like that one. Erase. And let's get a little finer. There you go. Right there. That looks better. So, if you look at what I have so far on the global view, we're going to zoom in a little bit more. And we're going to look at the before and the after. Let me zoom in a little bit more for people that are looking at this on their phone, because sometimes I look at edited videos on my phone too. So the before and then the after. Not that much different, right? We also want to do a little bit in the eye so that you can enhance the light on the catch light and your beauty dish. You want to make your brush a little bit bigger. Then you want to get, you can even do parts of her clothing. Just all of the light parts of the denim. That's going to make it pop a little bit more when you see it, especially on screens like computer screens and stuff. So this would be a perfect photo for her website or something like that. And everything is just going to be popping. And then, that looks about right. Let's go to the burn tool. I don't use that much of the burn tool, but when I do, I make sure it's very light. So I'm going to put down the flow to, say about 5-6%. I got it on 5. What I want to burn, just areas that I want a little darker, right? So, one pass on the head, just a little bit. We don't want too much highlighted areas on the part that's not braided, right? And then I want to make my brush smaller because I want to now do the eyebrow. I want the eyebrow to be darker. Okay, that looks good. That looks good. Let me do one more pass on this side. Okay, that looks good. Now, make the brush bigger. Let's start at the top, right under her eyebrow, and just swoop it right down in front of the nose. That looks beautiful. All right, and let's build a little bit more detail with her neck with the dark one. So, enhance the dark areas right there. Bring it in, and we can also use this for the clothing. So, make the brush smaller and just enhance the darker areas. Sometimes it might not seem like you're not doing anything, but it's just a little bit to give that picture a little bit more pop. And you might notice it, might not notice it, but when you do the before and the after, you'll see the small details, and it just brings that picture that more back, right? And so at that point, I would just look at my picture overall and say, okay, that was great. So I do thank you for watching this video. Again, if you watched the first video was the clone stamp editing. And then from there, I went to the frequency separation editing. From there, I taught everyone on this particular photo how to sharpen it. And then after that sharpening video, we then followed up with the dodging and burning. So overall, here's the picture. I think it looks like a beautiful picture. If you look at the everything that we did before we did it, it's not that much different from the original image, and it's just an overall enhanced photo. Beautiful, elegant looking, looks great. So from here, I would just save it and send it over to the client. I'm going to be doing more videos in the future, so please subscribe to my channel. Please hit the like button. If you have anything to say, you can put it in the comments. If there's some things that you want me to do to improve my videos, please put it in the comments. I do my videos live. There's no cutting, there's no pausing, no pasting, nothing like that in that nature. I don't know if that's coming in the future, but it's not that way now. So thank you for checking out my page. I'll see you guys on the next video. Peace.